So, if you have been looking for a better way, you've come to the right place. Would you agree?
Yes.
All right. So, come on. There we go. Oh, let me go back. What is your why? Why are we here?
Get paid.
To get paid? That's cool. Anybody else want to throw one out there? Why are you here?
Time freedom.
Time freedom. I love that.
401k.
401k. You here for your 401k?
Or to stop contributing to the 401.
I just come here to spend time with you guys.
And you love that. I challenge everybody in here, if you haven't already, to discover your why. Why are you here? Why are you dreaming bigger? Are you dreaming big enough? You know, your dream should scare you. That's how big you should dream. You should dream so big that you just don't think it's possible. But it will be if you work at it. Right? So what's your plan? Right? You need to figure out your why, you need to dream, and you need to have a plan. Is that fair enough? Yeah. Where are you in life right now? Are you happy with where you are? Yes? No? Right? Where would you like to be? What is the end game? Ching-ching? If you keep doing what you're doing for the next 10 years, what you've done for the last 10, will you be all right with that?
No.
Will you reach your goals?
No.
No. Right? So the truth is we don't have enough time to keep doing what we've been doing.
We don't.
Right? We don't have time for that. What the lady say, nobody got time for that. Right?
That's
So here's why we don't have time. We start school around 5 years old. So we get into this school system, which is cool and everything, but we're going to talk about it a little bit. That's all right with you guys. Did you know that the public school system was literally developed to create employees?
Yeah.
No, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah, find it out later, right?
We can't employees.
The sound of a bell every hour, you go on lunch at 12, ending at 1, whatever, all of that. It's all systematic. And it starts at 5 years old, right? You graduate from high school at 18, so you're in this thing for almost 20 years, right? You go to college for 4 years. And I found out the stat that 70% of people that graduate from college don't even get a job in their field.
That's true. That's true.
Right? So then the question becomes, what are you in college for?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You get a degree for what?
Wasting time.
But is that what you want to do, right? No, nobody wants to do that. You build up all this debt. Then you go to school for 2 to 4 years after that. Then you do it some more, right? Because, you haven't learned your lesson the first time, right? So we graduate, 21 years in the educational system. Think about that. You spent 21 years in school if you went to college too, that is. Right?
That doesn't count daycare, because daycare school.
Daycare is school.
Right?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Right? So then after that, you get a job. Right? And this is what we like to call hustling backwards. Because what is, anybody got an idea what the acronym that JOB stand for? Just over broke, right? I mean, seriously, how many people have gotten wealthy because of their job? How many people have been on the job 20, 30 years, and you are in a better financial position now than you were before you got the job? Raise your hand. So I'm not knocking a job, but a job is not the answer.
Just overlooked.
It's not the answer. You'll spend 40 years or more in a job, and then you're retired all dazed and confused, trying to figure out, well, what was I doing this whole time? Where's my money? We were talking, somebody mentioned 401k earlier. 401k is a stock market program. It's not guaranteed that you're going to retire on that money. And we did a training last week about 401ks, didn't we? Right?
2008, a lot of people lost theirs.
Enron. That's all you have to say is Enron.
The point is you don't have any control over that. You have no control. So you have to do something different. So the hard truth is, okay, so now your life expectancy in America is at 81 years old. All right, so think about it. You spent 21 years in school, 40 years working some job. Now you're retired in your 60s, and you only got about 20 years after that, maybe. Right? So, according to the Economic Policy Institute, the average retirement savings of a working age family from 32 to 61 is $95,000. So let's just say, in theory, after working all them years, you should have at least $100 grand.
It's still not enough.
Oh, no, it's definitely not.
That's it? Not even annually?
That's just what you should have to retire. That's just,
Was you supposed to retire for 2 years?
You're not supposed to eat when you're retired, I guess.
No. And then your healthcare kicks in. Cat food.
Cat food.
Anybody eat no cat food?
That's what they do.
People eat cat food.
People,
Not good times.
No.
dog food, that's right.
So the point I'm getting to here is you go to school and you work all these years and then you retire with almost nothing, and then your health is declining, right? I'm sure many of us have older grandparents or had older grandparents or older parents that we have to take care of, right? That stuff costs money, right? So those expenses aren't even covered by that little bit of money you retire,
Not to mention the
right?
medication.
So then what ends up happening? Well, here you go. Who said 401k on there? Dr. White? 401k allowed companies to have an alternative to pension plans so that they were no longer responsible for paying retired employees. Did y'all know that?
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
All right? It's the whole point of it. The latest projection on Social Security is that the combined Social Security trust funds that pay retirement and disability benefits are running out and will be ran out by 2034.
Oh, they're already bankrupt.
Yeah, 2025 was before. Yeah.
They're already bankrupt.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're bankrupt.
2025 is when it's really.
I gotta get a check.
So what do? We start downsizing, right? How many of us have grandparents, older parents, and they had to move out of their house because they can't afford the house anymore? Now they got to get an apartment or buy something smaller.
Or moving with you.
Or they move,
Oh my God.
I'm looking forward to that. Oh, this won't happen. I know.
It's happening.
And then you go to Walmart and you see these older people greeting people. Why?
Yeah, working.
Why is it?
They need a job.
They need a job. How sad is it?
The golden years.
Think about it.
Spent.
How sad is it that a person, you go to Walmart, you see somebody 60, 70, 80 years old or older, right, working there. Now we know people at Walmart don't make any money.
Yeah.
So they're working a job that isn't paying them any real money because they need money. How crazy is it? Say that again.
Yes.
They're working a job because they need money. But they're not making any money. I don't know if I said it quite like that. But you got to record it next time.
You said, and not making.
Not making any money? Yeah, no. Sorry. I was freestyling.
Working a job, they need money, but not making any money. That's what you said.
Okay, write that down. All right.
Okay?
So they got to jump back into the workforce to survive. Right? My grandfather, God rest his soul, worked literally until he died. And my father is doing the same thing. It is a very personal thing for me. So another part of my why is I don't want my parents to go through that. Right? They shouldn't have to. Right? And you're finally debt free when you're gone. Because you don't owe anybody anymore. What you end up doing is you pass that debt down to your children.
That's exactly right. And then they call your children and they call everybody when they don't even have rights to. It's terrible.
Can't you just show your death certificate and
Yeah,
that
she
is
can.
They still call.
No, it does not. It depends on which company, because the electric company.
School for 12 years, college for 4 more, then you work until you die.
great.
That's it. That's what you're taught to do. That is the public school system. That is what we're taught.
It says
We literally just had a whole conversation in here before we started this for about a half an hour about gold, right? For those of you who were in the room. And Zach said something that was super key. We are not taught about money. Tim, a licensed financial advisor, said that he did not know about gold, right? You said it.
Same here.
Same here.
Right? So this is the system that we live in, right?
Keep the masses ignorant.
You can't outwork an exponential inflation on a linear income.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it gets real.
Mm-hmm.
What's a linear income? Anybody know?
Paycheck.
Paycheck. Why is that a linear income?
Because
It's
it's
only
one way.
one income.
It's only one. And what happens if you, I don't know, let's say I got sick and I can't go into work today.
You're done.
Or they cut you down to 2/3.
I hope I got some sick time.
Yeah.
Or they cut you down to 2/3 on disability.
That's the only time when the salary seems good.
You don't have time to keep doing the same thing. None of us do. If you don't find a way to make money in your sleep, you're going to work until you die. That is actually a Warren Buffett quote. Warren Buffett is 83 billion. This dude as a kid was like, nah, I don't want to work.
He didn't make most of his money until he was 50.
Hey, how about
That's okay.
it? Well, how did he get
That's
it?
enough time.
So it's like,
By using the system, right? Robert Kiyosaki, same thing. He didn't want. He was like, what? Trade time for money for what? When my money can make me money, right? But we're not taught these things. Who's this guy? He's one of the people in Karatbars who got free.
Look at him.
Free from the matrix, right? This is one of his quotes. The definition of money is anything that is defined as money must be a store of value. It must store your labor. It must be worth as much or more in the future as it is today. So I challenge somebody to look up the definition of money.
I think you get better than that.
Or what a store of value is,
Yeah.
right? Is it safe to say that the dollars that we work for, are they stores of value?
No.
And why are
they don't know what to say.
They depreciate.
they? They depreciate.
It's tied to debt.
It's tied to debt. You guys are on it. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, there's 4 keys to building wealth, right? So we have to build wealth. That's the answer. That's what we need to do, right? To get out of this system. One is we got to create a residual income. Why is that important? Anybody want to think against? No? Okay.
Because you want to earn a percentage of what other people's efforts are.
Well, that's not why. But I'm glad you said that. Because you have residual bills.
True.
True.
You ever call Delmarva and go, hey, Delmarva, I'm not going to have it this month, so can you send the bill next month? And they said, oh yeah, no problem, we got you. That ever happened to anybody? No, that bill's coming. Right? That car need gas, don't it? And Geico need their insurance money, right?
I go too high.
But they need it. Right? You have to accumulate appreciating assets. The triple SAAA, I like that. Accumulate appreciating assets. Right? We're going to talk a lot more about that. We have to outrun inflation. We want to talk more about that too. Right? And understand and maximize taxes. This is the thing that, again, you're not talking about taxes. You're talking that you got to get your taxes done in January. Mm-hmm. And then you're so quick to want to flip your tax money and buy a car or something stupid. TV.
Something depreciated. Don't say stupid, say depreciated.
Okay, depreciate it.
Yes,
He
appreciate
said
it.
still stupid.
Right? Don't get me wrong. I mean,
You need the money throughout the year.
does anybody know what a tax refund is? It's your money.
It's your money.
It's money already
Everybody-
paid.
Right, you already gave it this money.
Yeah, you already paid it.
Exactly.
Overpaid.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah,
What if you were able to maximize
40% in money.
it? Right? So check this out. This is actually pretty. Let me see if I can get this to work. This is like so perfect. Hold on. Come on, play. I gotta mess with it a little bit.
There it is. Where's all your money gone, Donnie? Taxes.
I love it.
It's not fun to what? It's the worst part of the
saw it, I laughed. I thought it was funny. But then I rewatched it, and I was like, he's absolutely right. I totally feel this kid.
Yeah.
It is the worst part. He made all this money, and now I got to give it to somebody? Come on, man, that's crazy.
And they take 40% of it.
He's gonna make it a point to never
Look,
pay
here you go,
taxes in
sis.
his life. He'll figure that out.
Oh, okay. Wow. Game.
Right?
Oh,
So you have to learn how to maximize taxes. That is another part of it. So here comes the big question. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? About anything that's going on with your financials. What's your plan?
Carrot bars.
Okay. Right? It's a real question that we need to ask ourselves, and we need to ask other people. So first, you need to own a business. Everybody ever seen this before?
Yes.
What is this called?
It's the money quadrant. Four quadrant.
Right. You have the E, S. The E is an employee. S is what? Self-employed. You're self-employed, you what?
You own the
You
job.
own the job. It's nice to be self-employed, but if you don't feel like making stuff that day, guess what? You're not getting paid. It's the same thing as a job. Right?
work more hours.
So, here's another thing you can do. You can own a business, and if you own a business, you have a system. A system in place where money is being generated, not totally from your own effort, right?
Right.
Or, I is what? An investor. Money works for you, instead of you working for it. This is what we're not taught. A lot of times, Zach and I will ask, what's the difference between the wealthy and everybody else? And the answer is applied information, right? They know things that they're not sharing with us financially. And they're applying it and passing it down to their children, but they're not teaching it in school. You're not going to go to school and take an economics class and learn how to be wealthy.
No.
They're just going to tell you what a bunch of numbers mean and make you take calculus or something.
Statistics.
Or statistics, right? And not just any business, but a leveraged business that maximizes the B and the I quadrant. It has to maximize being a business, a system, as well as the money is working for you. The rich own businesses. But the free, their money works for you. Who wants to be free? And that is how we get to Carrot Bars International.